What's up, guys? This is K-LO, and normally I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming, but welcome back to another episode of Community Kitchen, where we are cooking up the latest and greatest gaming news headlines. And who better to join me? He is the Joel to my Ellie. Aden, why don't you say what's up?
Hello. I am as terrible as the infection that plagues Sony, known as The Last of Us.
What did they call it in the...
That's terrible.
What did they call it in the show? They said
I don't
something
know.
stupid.
I just know it's a fungal infection.
Oh, I wish I remembered what they called it. Comment down below if you remember the exact word. Because it wasn't infection, it wasn't fungus, it was like some scientific term. I don't know. I'm getting way off track. But before we get into any of that, we'd like to say thank you to each and every one of you guys who are liking and subscribing here to Game Sandwich. Also, some big announcements here for the channel. We are both going to be going to PAX East, so if you guys are headed out there and you see us on the show floor, say what's up. And if you have any questions for any and all the developers that will be at the show, leave a comment down below and we'll kind of relay that message, hopefully. We'll see what they let us get into.
It's hateful words towards certain people that developed Borderlands.
That was really specific, but hey.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. You didn't see none of that. Well, to blind me for my rage here, and I want to start by saying, I think The Last of Us Part 1 and 2 are quality games. I have enjoyed my original playthrough through them. I'm hyped. The show is coming out. It's going to be a grand time. Pedro Pascal, I love you. It's a great thing.
You're America's daddy.
He is. But the fact, I am now sitting here, and 6 iterations of this damn game, part 1 and 2, are now being given out to us. What is going on?
Because one of each was not enough.
So,
Jeez.
To prove that I'm not just spewing lies here, we got The Last of Us back in 2013, the original PS3 game. What a time. Everyone loved that. Then, a year later, we got The Last of Us Remastered, which was the enhanced PS4 version. Then we got The Last of Us Part 2 in 2020. Of course, the sequel. We, of course, wanted that. Then, after that, 2 years later, we got The Last of Us Part 1, which was the remake of the original game for the PS5 and PC. Then we got The Last of Us Part 2 remastered in 2024, which is the enhanced version of Part 2 for the PS5 and PC. Albeit, that game I don't think needed the enhanced treatment. It was already a beautiful game. They could have just added the game mode as a free piece of content. And then now we are staring down the barrel of The Last of Us Complete Collector's Edition for the PS5 for $109. And Aden, you're gonna ask me.
Wait, what?
Yes, $109, $110 with tax, and let's not forget
You're
shipping.
kidding me, right? I was thinking, okay, just full disclosure here. I knew nothing of this until Kevin told me about it, basically. But I had no idea that thing was a damn $110.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was gonna be like 70, like a normal game.
You thought wrong, Aden. It is $110. It will release on July 10th, 2025. Congratulations. Now, Aden, $110. What do you think we're getting? Do you think we're getting a baseball bat with nails on it to defend us from all the Sony ponies out there? No. I'll tell you what's included in this box. A steel book for the physical discs of The Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2. Remastered. Yay, great, steel books. They look beautiful, not gonna lie. You get the Left Behind prequel chapter, The Last of Us American Dream Comics 1 through 4 with new cover art, a set of 4 lithographic art prints, and a personal thank you letter from Neil Druckmann. That last one pisses me off the most. As if this man needed...
I totally care about him.
I think Neil Druckmann is great. But the fact that a thank you letter... A thank you letter? Excuse me. What are we doing here, gaming? What is going on? First of all, you just hand us the remaster of Part 2. 2024. And then now you're giving us a... Why do we need a collection? Am I going crazy? Am I going crazy?
You are not. You're not going crazy at all. I thought it was stupid for $70, and that's what was originally on my mind was, oh, we're getting all this for $70. Okay, that's stupid, but I can deal. But $110, oh my god. Now I'm crashing out as much as you because I'm just like, oh, if I, whoever thought of this idea, can I please punch you? I'm sorry. I just want to like, I want to meet whoever came up with this idea and just be like, oh, sweet child.
It's astonishing to me because one, how many times are you gonna release a singular game? You and Andrew here on the channel come after Nintendo about how they capitalize on nostalgia. PlayStation is releasing the same game 6 times. It blows my mind. It absolutely is astonishing. And then
6 times in 12 years.
6 times in 12 years.
That is one every other year.
And then it makes it worse when it's Naughty Dog and I'm sitting here a fan of Jak and Daxter, where I'm like, you could have released a Jak and Daxter game. Take out any one of these remastered or redone editions. Take out this damn collector's edition. Hello. And then you're going to wonder why you're not making money off games?
Naughty Dog, here, brilliant idea. Give us the entire Naughty Dog collection.
I would take that.
A game collection that's just every game you've ever made, but on the PS5. There we go. I'd be down for that. Not this shit.
And then you can slide in The Last of Us Part 1 and 2 if you want. You get Uncharted, you get Jak and Daxter, you get The Last of Us, and whatever other thing they do. I don't know.
That would be worth $110 in my opinion.
No doubt in my mind. But the fact that they're selling this game individually, Part 1 and 2, for $110, when you can go on Steam right now and get these games individually. Again, Part 2, I don't think needs this remastered thing. It damn released, 2022? It's not that long ago. It doesn't look that bad. And you can say you get the game mode with it. Is that really going to change anything for me? Is that going to change anything for you?
It won't change anything for me, but I will point out that you can get The Last of Us Part 1 and The Last of Us Part 2 remastered right now for $110 on Steam.
It's mind-boggling.
Because for some reason, The Last of Us Part 1 is still $60 on Steam, but The Last of Us Part 2 remastered is $50. I don't know why that is. But there you go.
To center myself, they are in the description for this product. They drop the HBO show as like a little reference, and I think they're doing this to capitalize on the hype of the show, because there are people who haven't played the games that watch this show. I have people in my life who don't play video games at all, yet they are vested in the Last of Us TV show. This is a ploy to them to buy this game. Me personally, being within gaming and having played these games before, I just don't see it. I don't see the vision. I don't see where you can say, all right, $110, you get this stuff, a couple of print stuff, and whatever. If you are interested, please leave a comment down below as to why you want this. Because the games are already out there. You're paying for the print and the thank you letter. It just, to me, we're getting this game again. 6 times. Six times. It's the same game, same story, nothing's changing. Granted, what do you change? There's nothing there. What do you think? I know live service games or whatever. Do you think they would have been more well-suited? They can The Last of Us Factions. Do you think releasing that here instead of this remastered collector's edition would have been better? I think so. Especially for the show.
I think it would have been 10 times better. If they had done The Last of Us Factions and just did, a whole live service title for it, I still wouldn't have been happy.
No.
But I would have been happier than seeing this.
Honestly, I wish we can end the video there, but for the sake of having more of a conversation, that's a proper point where it's A brand new game within this universe, fine, I'll take it. Granted, The Last of Us Factions, at least from what I gathered and what I've seen of it, it's going to be a more watered down version. It's going to be that classic, oh, it's this single player game but with multiplayer aspects. I get that. But like you just said, it would have been far better to get something like that, where it's like new and there's a chance it catches on and there's something there, than just bundling a game that's already out there and slapping a new cover on it and saying, yeah, $110, here's a thank you letter from Neil Druckmann. I love that man for all that he's done in Naughty Dog. But $110? Ugh. I can't fathom that.
I'm sorry, I can't even tell you I love that man. I don't even, like, I've half paid attention to his existence. But no signature is worth $110. No thank you letter is worth $110. A steelbook used to be a pre-order bonus.
Yeah, exactly.
Something you got for free just for going in and pre-ordering the game.
Mm-hmm. It pisses me off more and more.
Art prints are also something that you typically would get for free for pre-ordering a game.
Yeah,
I might be living in a crazy delusional world here.
You're living in 2014.
In no way, shape, or form am I paying $110 for two games I've already played multiple times, and also for pre-order bonuses.
It's amazing. And it's like, all right, to say that we're starving for The Last of Us content, I think there isn't an IP out there outside of like Madden and like those sports games that release every damn year and they're the same thing. The Last of Us has been here. Like, it hasn't taken a break. It hasn't, like, gone away, or, like, people aren't sitting here going like, damn, I wish I could play The Last of Us, but I can't on my PS5. Turns out you can, and it's been released for what seems like ages now. Again, it makes you think about time, resources, and money spent to get this to the market that could have been allocated to another game, or I don't know, like a remake of Jak and Daxter, or Uncharted. That's a series that hasn't gotten much love and could have easily, I mean, I would have easily bought an Uncharted collector's edition that had all the games there. Just Uncharted.
Question. Isn't Naughty Dog the ones who are making Intergalactic?
Yeah, but, like, I don't factor that into the equation.
I'm saying, if they put as much effort into Intergalactic as they are re-releasing The Last of Us for the 20th time, that game's gonna be amazing.
That game is gonna be out tomorrow if they just keep plugging along like they do for The Last of Us. But then it makes you wonder. It's like, us fans, we're here asking for X, Y, and Z. Yet it's like they have the Last of Us button and they keep hitting it. They're like, why isn't it selling? Or why isn't it whatever it's doing? Like, what is the thought process? I don't know. Maybe you guys know in the comments down below. Let us know if you have the grand plan here. I mean, I don't like to be negative normally here on Game Sandwich, but whenever I see things... He loves it. But whenever I see things like this, and it's just like The Last of Us, like, why? Why? I love the games. I do. I think there's some of the best out there, the best stories. But to release it again for $110. Mind-blowing. Mind-blowing stuff. I'm looking at it. I'm getting that off my laptop. I can't look at it anymore. It disgusts me. Aiden, do you have any final thoughts here?
No, I think I'm good. I'm disappointed.
I am too. Like, fine. Here's a remedy, and Sony, you can take this idea to the bank, whatever you want. If you're that vested in releasing The Last of Us again, drop a console, a special edition console, a special edition PS5, drop a controller. Like, what happened to those days where it's like we could get a new themed console? Do that. Come on, do that. Don't give us a game. We already have the game. We're fine there. We're good. We don't need art prints. We don't need a thank you letter from Neil Druckmann that should basically say, ha ha ha, you spent this amount of money on a game that's already out. Like, screw you. Here's whatever.
I quite literally don't need more stuff that's just going to end up in the garbage in like 2 years.
I'm genuinely curious, and I can't wait to see when these things get out in the wild. What does that thank you letter say? Like, what does it say? Thank you for being a fan of The Last of Us and buying this game again. Like, what do you say outside of that? I don't know. Maybe he tells you The Last of Us Part 3 is coming in, like, October 2025. That would be a hell of a way to announce it.
That would be so funny.
That would be a hell of a way to announce it. But then it's like pay to...
No.
It's not pay to win, but it's pay to find out information.
No. The letter just says, "Oh, thank you. We look forward to you viewing the Last of Us movie."
Ooh. Now, if
then
it's
people get even more angry because it went from being a TV show to a movie.
Honestly, you might be better off doing that. But as for this episode of Community Kitchen, that about does it here. If you want to talk more about this subject matter or anything going on in gaming right now, there's a whole lot going on. Join our Discord where we're always talking about video games. But if you're new here, subscribe here to Game Sandwich and drop a like and a comment down below. As of right now, I've been K-Lo, joined by Aden, and we'll see you guys next time. If you enjoyed today's video and want more content just like this, consider subscribing to Game Sandwich for all your news, rumors, and reviews. And we'll see you guys next time.